Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Combine and Conquer. My name is Jeff. You can call me Jeff, like usual. And last time we set up our big long coal belt feeding into our iron smelting array over here, which it looks like we're just keeping up with. Also, this belt is nice and backed up. So we could turn back on, I guess, these makers. Although I might want to try, most of these use belts as ingredients, right? So I'm wondering if maybe I should try out the modularize. We don't have any modules right now, but if I make a module with the belts as a thing, and then we would have several things we could just plunk down that make Mark 1 belts right away. That seems like a good idea to me. For now, let's just reconnect this. I'm on the wrong selector there. There we go. All right. The iron must flow. That'll go back to making swappers. Same recipe pretty much for the mixer. How many swappers do I have? 10. For now, that seems to be enough. It seems like we're pretty much doing all right. Maybe one more iron miner, because this is backing up just before it gets to here. But I don't know if it'll keep that way when these are fully running, you know? Let's put down a few more iron miners. Maybe just like one at a time. See what happens. Now, if I were to make a belt module, see, it seems like it would be pretty easy to do. We have iron input, and we have the gears going into... Wait a minute. This is not hooked up. Alright. So to make belts, it'd pretty much be something like this. We'd have our iron coming in to make gears, and also would be going into the belts, and the gears would be going into belts, and it would be outputting the belts. So let's maybe go into planner mode here, and put down... See, for modules, we have our sources, which is where the iron will come in. We have the sinks, which is where our belts will go out. So we need to have one of each, at least, right? And we need 2 assemblers, at least. They will go... Oh, let's set source limit. I was wondering if there was a nice move button. All right, what I'm kind of thinking is delete everything. So we start with one of this. And this will be making gears. And we'll have an assembly. So it'll be one gap away. Is that right? Then I can't direct insert the gears. And I want to be able to direct insert the gears. So maybe instead what I do is... Ooh. No, that would put a bunch of extra junk on the belts. I want to be able to direct insert the gears. But that means... let's see. Yeah. F that. Okay. So we'll have... Whoops. That's not the right thing. There. We'll have gears coming over this way. We'll have iron coming in like here and here. Trying to think if there would be a way to input the iron easily from a sink, you know, or a source. Do I just use splitters and feed iron directly into each of these? Seems like it would waste the least amount of stuff. But it would also use two... Where are you again? Sources. There's 5 available and that's it. I'm gonna have to start making those. If I put one each here and have a sink, we'd have our iron coming in here and we'd want to output I'll put those here. Whoops, I pushed the wrong button. Almost did it again. That. Okay. So, extra fast ticking, fast ticking. So let's stop when all sinks have 1, which I think reset this. Let's see how many ticks that takes. 1, there. All right, so it took 14 seconds to make 1 belt. If I set it to, looks like 897 ticks is what I need to set that to, if I want it to be exactly that. It was 897. Like that. And now can I save it? Modularize blueprint. Module name MK1 belt 0 to 1. I can't put dots in there. 0 1. Because I might have multiple versions of this. Created the module. Sweet. We go, look, we have modules, a module in here, which takes 4. Outputs 1. It's weird that that says 0. But probably all right, right? So we could do something like shift click and delete all these. And then put down our module. I select the module and see now it's like a thing that I can just place down. I can rotate it. And we need to feed iron into those 2 sources and then belts will come out the back there. So I was thinking I could put it like here. And then have a belt of belts coming off the side there. Let's put some grabbers in. Arms. I'm calling them grabbers. It's a different game, Jeff. Put some of these down. Let's see it run here. And there you have it. We have belts coming out on belts. It's not very quick. And actually, what I was thinking was we'd probably put this... Delete that real quick. Yeah, I want to put this on a belt coming like... But not there, but here coming this way. Then we gotta have multiples of this module along here. It'd come out kind of big though, didn't it? Just seems big. I don't know. Belts here. And in and in. I think one of the views is to show the inside of modules. Yeah. So we can see. No. But we can at least see it working inside there. Is it efficient? No. Probably not. Does it work? No. What next? Maybe we turn research back on. Also, because I don't have splitters yet, and that would be helpful. I mean, don't get me wrong, the crossings are nice, but I think being able to split off and send this one line different ways would be cool. I think mixers could actually do that, now that I think of it. Because it sends output both ways. See, like red input and yellow input, and you get orange out either side. So if I were to... Yeah, like now if I wanted to make these guys... You take 2 belts. I think these were the same recipe, right? 2 belts, 6 rods, 2 belts, 6 rods. Mm-hmm. So I could use, if I do something like this, I don't have any of those. What am I thinking? Change that recipe to get some mixers made. I bet you I could put another one of these. These are grabbing them at the same rate the rods are being crafted, but... So I guess we don't need this to be sped up. It's just because I emptied it. Yeah, no, that'll be fine. See, it already has 3 belts, now it has 4, and it'll be waiting to put the 5th one in. Yeah, the belts aren't going to be a problem. I don't need another grabber there. Why does this say 0, I wonder? A planner. See, this says 4 and 4. Like we put 4 and 4 in. We ended up with 1. So I'm not sure what's going on there. Well, let's turn that menu off. Go back to the here. Let's see. Say I wanted to run an iron belt down this way too. In that case, I would want... I have mixers now, so I can put a mixer, say, here. I want to delete you first, and then put the mixer in, facing this way. And that'll output both sides, just like a unidirectional splitter. The regular splitters go like 4 ways. No. 1 input and it goes out 3 different directions. This keeps it in line and would mix 2 different items if we had 2 different items, but we only need the 1. Sweet. And if we bring these along here, excuse me, we could start doing things that take belts and put them along here and not have to craft the belts and gears every single time. So we could do... Let's just go ahead and put in a swapper. Here comes some of these plates. Let's see, how we doing? Everything's pretty well backed up. We just might need more furnaces. Of course, this will back up also. Well, we could put our first assembler right here. How many do we have? We only have 2. Are we making these? I think we stopped making these. We were and stopped. Or maybe we never were. What's the recipe? Probably get on that. Gear and stone bricks. Okay. Should start doing that. Oh, miners. How many of those do I have now? 93? That's probably enough for now. I think I should have stopped this a little bit ago. Delete those. See, we're making arms, but not putting them anywhere. What are we doing on arms? Only have 21. Let's put a source back in here. It's you. Provider. That's a word. Not source. And let's make assemblers. So assemblers were stone bricks and gears. So 1 making gears. Where's our stone bricks? They're way over there. Let's do it in here. So we're gonna have gears. We could pull out of this machine, maybe. Got gears there. We could do the stone bricks routed here and make the assemblers right here. Stone brick and gears. Cool. And arms. Having them with the shortcut G just reinforces grabber in my head. So gears, stone bricks, and output to delete that. Let's use the same provider over here. Like that. I saw our number of arms going up. Nice. And now we just need our stone bricks down here, which I kind of want to go wide around all this. Just in case I want to, you know what I could do is put crossings in. Because I don't want to get in the way of expanding our smelting out this way. And I'm not sure how far around I should go. I'm going to do that. But we have stone brick easily enough. We got the furnaces. That's not where they are. They're under here. 20 still. Cool. What I'm thinking is do an expensive belt maneuver here. And I'm going to go around the provider. Back over this way. I'm going to go at least 2 over. I'm going to need to cross. Shoot, I didn't make any of those yet. It cost belts and 4 screws. So let's make some of those since I really want them. Excuse me. Our first one can go here. And you need to make screws. So 7 is screws. Just takes iron plates. So arm here. And then we'll have another assembler here that the screws will feed into. This one will be making the crossings. 2. And that one will need belts. So we can do like belt, 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 belt. And we'll put a swapper everywhere pretty much on each of these machines. We don't really need to right here. I guess let's just continue that on. So belt. And I'll take 4 of those. And what I want to do is everything that we're outputting, let's put an arm going this way. I don't need to put it all the way over there, I guess. And this can grab whatever off of it and put it into a provider. So we'll have more assemblers down here making other interesting things. And all the interesting things will go onto belts and into this one provider. So now we have 1 crossing. Cool. Very soon we'll have 2. And the factory can grow. I guess let's do crossing, crossing, and we'll cross like here. And then we'll have regular belts. Down, and down, and down to there, into there. We're just coming across to here, right? Yeah, that's what this arm was supposed to be. Delete that. Oh, I didn't want to delete that. Just down now. Then go this way to there. And we can input there, and the output's already taken care of. Go into that divider. These stone bricks will make it down here. And we'll get some assemblers. Cool. Down here, we've got crossings going. Awesome. We got 5 more already. Is there anything else that takes... Should have probably checked. Is there anything else that takes screws and... I think the splitters probably do. Take screws also. But let's see. Alright, so this made one. And it's already almost got twice the amount of stone in. Awesome. So that one arm should keep up just fine. And we have assemblers again. Great. How's the iron looking? A little light. Power's looking a little full. So maybe I add another pair of smelters. Bring belts in, put a swapper. And belts out. One of these. 2 of these. Right, power. I mentioned it and then didn't do anything about it. Let's put an influence in. Put an influence out here. And put our power out there. I don't want to go inside the belt anymore because we'll run into our iron patch. We'll just stay out of the way of that. How many of these do I have? 13 more. We can build them just starting like here. Can't quite because that's out of the influence range. Let's go here. But these are 100 each, I think. Yeah, adds 100 energy. NRG. Is that 5 more? So 500 more energy. That's not 5. That's 6. That'll do it for a bit. Let's see. You go here. And you get one of these. There. Let me do it again. We'll have this and this and this and this. A couple of these here and one of these here. Oh, and some of these. So there are 2 more furnaces. Stuff probably won't keep up. So maybe more miners. It's just kind of how it goes, isn't it? Alright, so we got lots of crossings now, I'm sure. 17. 36, 36 swappers and 36 mixers. That seems crazily coincidental. We're up to 7 assemblers. That's not quick. It's also probably fine. Let's go back to making... Let's start making research again. Which was just a gear. So a gear, a research, and then a lab. So gear, research, 4, lab. We'll have arm, 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 HE4, gear, C6, research. That's tier 1 research. You have labs, but no research running. Consider starting a research. Yeah. Yeah. We'll go 3-belt mixing. Unlocks mergers and splitters. So I guess this is considered 2-belt mixing. But the splitters and mergers would be 3-belt mixing. Yeah, we're definitely going to need more of these. I almost wonder if the module was worth it here. Or if I just did a line of gear machines and a line of belt machines, we probably would have been all right. In fact, I have another idea already. Just for making belts. Let's stop these. What if instead of that... Oh, and these should go... as well as these. What if I had done, like... because we've got lots of crossings. I have an idea. I think you're not going to get enough belts anymore. We should just stop this. This is kind of wasteful. I had another idea. This is probably gonna be how I play this game. Just kind of experiment with stuff over and over. So I hope I don't bother anyone with that too much. So the idea here is then do like a gear machine and a belt machine. So F belts, H is a 4 for gears. And in the middle, we'll have crossings. Like this. No, one down. One down. And we'll have, so we'll have a belt going straight down like this. The gears can be passed through on the crossing. Iron can be input from both of these like that. And then we can be outputting the belts onto the belt this way. Trying to decide if I want to do some sort of bus here, you know? I actually want this here. If I do it this way, I can delete that. I wish I could... Oh, I can? I didn't think I was able to do that, but I just clicked there and it went in. Cool. I'm pretty sure this will work. Not 100% sure, but pretty sure. Our research is taking a lot of that iron, isn't it? Alright, so some of it got through. And the gears... Yeah. That's awesome. I think that's how I'm going to make my belt. And then these, I can just expand that straight down with no gaps between them. Let's do that. Do like 3 or 4 of these. Copy these. Just go up, up, up. And we'll need a splitter in the middle of each. Not a splitter. What is that? A crossing. There's 3 of these going the same direction. Inside. 1 output each. And then this way, and this way. And then we can just run this straight down over like that. Then these will come back up this way to go off to the left. Oh, excuse me. How rude. Going off to the left to make even more of this stuff further down. But yikes. Look at that. Where all our iron is going. I mean, I could also put gears on a belt. Have a gear bus line. Maybe. Need more miners. Okay. There's no way that's going to be enough, right? I'd like to have like a full belt by the time we get to here. We're not quite gonna get there. Let's add in even more. Okay. So, we'll put more miners here. Do some overkill. Research is done. Hooray. Down to, let's just go all the way to the end. Carefully. Turn it this way. Instead of putting it in, contaminating our coal belt. Cool, I double clicked and it worked. I'm pretty sure that's not... Now it's not letting me switch it back. Maybe because it was occupied? Like, I mean, it had ore on it. Yeah, lab's running, but no research. So we got splitters and mergers. 3-way now. Okay. At 18 crossings, got 60. Mixers, let's put swappers back on. Change this recipe again. E5 swapper. And we should be getting way more iron output here. Yeah, look at this backing up now. It's backed up. So now we can do more furnaces again. Means, I don't know, like 3. And there and there. Maybe it's the time of night that I'm recording this. I'll have to check the logs again. But, just crashed again. But, really quickly gets back into it. Let's load up the last autosave, which was this one here. Excuse me. And yeah, we're pretty much right where we left off. So I'd be quicker to blame my system than the game. I'm pretty sure Moonbase did the same thing to me. I just don't know for sure what's going on here. Missed one here. And these, those, and swap. All right, increased iron production. Hopefully our miners keep up with it. Look at this. Once we start using these belts, I'm sure things will look different. I wonder if there's going to be an easy way for me to say, how might I pull some of these into a provider, but not starve the downstream stuff, but also not overfill on belts, like I could ever have too many belts. I have 171 right now. I want to look at the... What does this cost? A chest and a chip. Chests... I have 10 of those. Chests cost rods and screws, which are all iron. Oh, I just punched my mic. Sorry. So iron, rods and screws, and then a chip, which is wire and a plate base. All right, we'll come to that later. I have no problem revisiting that at another time. Yes, labs, but no research. What would I research next? Better arms, which will change the recipe, I'm sure. That takes research 2. Wait, research 2, that's research 3 here. Trying to think. I guess just the stuff along the top would be what we could unlock next. 300, 200, 100. Let's do this. All right. Iron's backing up again. I mean, our belts stopped too. So the things that take belts to make are all these belts, right? I mean, there's belts. There's crossings, which take belts and screws. Mergers, which take belts and rods. Splitters, which take belts and rods. Rods. So the crossing is the only one that takes screws. Everything else takes rods. So what if I do something kind of like this, where I have... No, I wouldn't need that. I would want machines making screws and belts coming down the line on the other side. So let's make like one machine making screws to start with. And let's first bring our belts up to here. Let's do... How might I... I have splitters now, if I make them. Maybe I make the screws up here and send them through. Well, only one of them needs screws. So let's do just the crossings above. So I'm not making those anywhere anymore, right? Right. What are we doing on these, by the way? 21. Cool. Not worried about those. Arms, not worried about. Belts, not worried about. All right, so let's do a crazy thing here with... I want to make these. It's screws and belts. So I want to send iron up for the screws, and I want to send belts up for the crossing. And then I'll output them here. Actually, this whole thing is making these kinds of things. Let's stop that, because we're going to start making them with these belts instead of this whole shenanigans here. So let me delete. We're still using that gear machine for our assemblers. Just do that. And if I want to make the screws right here, then do that. Actually, we could make the crossings here, the screws back here, and then put the crossings onto that same provider belt. So, iron in. Let me set the recipes. So screws here, and crossings are here. And iron in, screws in, crossings out. Oh, these don't take iron, they take belts. I knew that. Delete you. Let's plop a crossing here. And get us a mixer here. Cool. Yeah, just single clicking worked for those. Regular belt coming this way. And then up. And now we can grab her into there. That. Cool. One more belt, and we'll start making a crossing again. Nice. Okay, so that's the one-off. That's the only one out of all these recipes that took screws. Everything else takes rods and belts. So let's make something kind of like this, but with... Let's send iron down. Which I think I want to do something like... How might I do that? I'm going to switch back to building mode. Belts keep going a couple more. We can put a crossing, say, here. Get a mixer here. In order to split off the belt going down here, and this can like bump back down. And that's how we could split off of our bus. What do you think? And down here we can have our... I didn't need to put it that far over. So let me redo this further back. What I do want is, and I could put them right up against those belts. A finished research. So the belt, one gap, and then grabber, another there. Because I can put this all the way back here, like that. This can go here. This here. Okay. So if it's the same type, I can't do the hot swap. I can delete that in like that. No! Enough about the labs. This can go like that. And then bus. Oh. Actually, I want to put this further down so that I can run. The rods are going to be output here, right? Yeah. We need rods and belts for everything. Rods and belts and rods and belts. And... Oh. So this will be rods. 0 for rods. And that's just an iron plate. That'll bring iron in here, and we'll output the rods here onto a belt just for all of our belt making stuff. What I'm thinking is I can swapper this on the way down and just put our belt makers here also. So like one for... So one for swappers, one for mixers, that's a second one, mergers, and splitters. So that's 4 of these. They can just go like this. And then we go 6, 3, and 4. Like that. They need to move over. Yeah, they all need to move over 1. So, delete, paste, delete, paste, delete. You notice it keeps the recipe. That's pretty nice, isn't it? I like that feature. It's basically the same as a move in the end there. So this will need a rod and a belt. If I do a mixer here to split belts off, actually do it here. Yes, with the labs. Enough about the labs. You're obsessed with the labs. Belts. The rods will start going here. And if we put a swapper halfway down each one, like this, then we can have belts and rods. We just have to pay attention to how we're building these rods. Let's put belts in along here while we're at it. Down to there at a minimum, I think. So for instance, if we put 4 more of these, then every other one will output. Like if I put it here, it'll go on the belts, so it has to go here, where we swap the, I already forgot what they're called, bars, beams. Rods. Where the rods are. Let's just run these down. Run these down. And start putting outputs for these rods. This. And this one won't really matter. So let's just delete this one. And that means we can also delete these going back to there. Put some more of these on. Might be more rods than we need. I don't know. Meanwhile, we can start inputting these. So belts and rods. Rods and belts. Belts and rods. Rods and belts. Need one more belt. So those should all be getting all the things. Need more rods for this one. And then those can all output. And my idea is then we do something like this. Put a provider at the end. Running low on power, and I have no research selected. Told you they're obsessed with the research. An output on each of these. Run belts down. We'll fix power in a second. I'm sure it'll be fine until then. And there. So as we produce everything, it'll go into the provider there. So that's all of our tier 1 belt stuff. All automated. I don't know if these rods are going to keep up or not. Maybe instead of directly inputting them on here like this, I should have put them on their own output belt and fed it into the top here. Also, it might be fine. I don't know. We have 52 crossings, 4 mergers, 5 splitters, 51 and 57 of the mixers and swappers. I'm really liking the mixers and swappers. I didn't use them except for in my smelting array last time. And I think I'm kind of missing out. How even? I keep weirdly clicking places and placing those down by accident. And these can go up and up, up. And now we have more energy. Cool, so we have belts galore, we have assemblers automated, which I didn't even realize we hadn't done yet. We still have furnaces? Yes. I think I stopped it, but we can just put an arm down and get more. We have energy, although we might want to research better energy. We could always, like, split off and put a bunch more of these down, but we're going to have to start making these, too. Which is... oh, just stone brick. Easy. Easy peasy. So we could just put that as another build up here. Anyway, we will need more. Yes. We got it. There. Fixed. We got coal aplenty. We've got iron aplenty. We've even got stone bricks coming in. Everything we'll need to start tapping our coal again, I think, next time. I just said coal and pointed at the copper. I meant copper. We'll have to start tapping our copper next time and do things like wire and circuits so that we can make some of the other main ingredients for things we need, like providers and, well, I already forget if providers actually take that. Yeah, they take chips and a chest, and there's, oh, so much to research, plus research 2. So, that'll all be for next time. thank you again for tuning in and watching. And I'll be back with more Combine and Conquer next time, I think. But in the meantime, remember to be kind, have fun, and I'll see you later. Bye.